for.
navigating the
There's
chaos,
nothing that they
student
could have
athletes,
done
NIL, coaching shifts, and Alabama's fading
exceptions
football
for
legacy.
them to prepare themselves for. Because if you even take away the money part, talking about the student athletes right now, you take away the NIL portion of it today, you still aren't ready because it's everything's new, and a lot of times, they're first generation of their family to to go out and do something like that. Um, from what I see right now, it's the agents. Agents are now talking to athletes at an even younger age. And you can look at it as provide value to teach them to kind of show them the ropes, or you can look at it as exploiting them. To be quite honest with you, but um, because I kind of feel for them. It's the wild wild west right now. I'm of the personal opinion that more kind of regulation is going to come over the years because right now it's just kind of crazy. And speaking of Nick Saban, like you brought up, I mean he was on record uh, for saying the reason why he retired was because it was just the sport of football at least was not it had moved to a space that he doesn't recognize. I mean, it was less about the value that the university will bring to the athlete and just about can you start me, can you guarantee me games, and how much are you willing to pay me? Um, it's from what I see right now, I don't see it to that degree yet in track, but I don't see why it wouldn't because the kids are running faster at even younger age now.
Yeah, I know. Saw recently. So the running back from Boise State, I can't remember his name, but he's like running like Barry Sanders numbers.
Yeah,
And the guys asked him on this news thing,
a
"Hey,
1,000 yards, I think, in
yeah,
5 games.
yeah," and they said, "Hey, like we know like how much money you'll offer to leave Boise State to play for big time schools. Like lots of money. Why do you stay?" He's like, "'Cause I want to build a legacy, right?"
Yeah,
And most people are going to take the money, right?
yeah,
'Cause, I mean, of course, everybody's economic situation is different, so that. But he's like, "Yeah, like
yeah. And by the way, I don't judge it either way. I under look, as I get older, I'm starting to judge things less and just try to understand and look at the full picture. And use that information to advise myself on what I should do or with my family. Um, I completely get why someone would leave and just take the money, especially if you don't see yourself as going to the next level
yeah,
with it,
yeah,
and you just you want money. I mean, without it, you're gonna be hungry. It's you're gonna be a struggling college student, and,
yeah,
and we all know that. And I also understand the person who wants to build a legacy and be the person at the university they at if it was a smaller program.
yeah."
I get it.
So chill off subject. So I wish I could remember his name, but the Boise State running back and Travis Hunter. Between those two, who do you think has the edge to win the Heisman Trophy?
Right now, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I too. Yeah, the
Um,
stuff he's doing is like insane.
yeah, but I do want to be certain on this though. I think it should go to Archie personally.
Archie,
Yeah, 100
of
percent.
course you do.
Well,
Why not? Why not Evers then?
um, Archie is. I mean, he's played more.
Has he? I
Yeah,
guess he has. Yeah.
yeah, he has.
Okay.
Now I believe, but it remains to be seen. I don't want to speak on what I'm hearing out of
Yeah.
Austin, but we'll see who starts in Dallas this
Okay.
weekend. But I don't know why Archie is not in the conversation. To be quite honest with you, maybe because he's a new face. I
Yeah.
don't know, but he's throwing dimes
Yeah.
like darts down like 50
Yeah.
yards down the field, right on the money.
And he got his granddaddy's Archie Manny's speed.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like Peyton Manning said, the speed jig passed skipped me and Eli.
yeah, yeah. He's a baller.
Yeah, he has some wheels on him.
Yeah, yeah. He's a people don't look at him as a dual threat, but
Mhm.
I do. Um, he's balling. The team's doing well. The team's doing well. We have a very rough road ahead though.
Yeah.
It's
It was a wild ass week in the SEC this week.
yeah, no, to that, because I was talking funny enough because the CEO in my company, he's a big college football fan. So first thing we do on Mondays before we even work, we'll briefly go over like things we got to
Mhm.
address as far as the company, but then we get right into the weekend with college football. Um, Bama losing to Vanderbilt. So there's a few things to take away from it. I don't want to be everyone else that's almost pretend like Vanderbilt isn't a program, like they don't train, they didn't do the
Yeah.
2 a days and lead up to this, like they don't have their own story.
Yeah.
Um, I think what what we witnessed is the fall of one of the great programs led
Yeah.
by Nick Saban,
Yeah.
because Alabama has a ready to go roster to win a championship as far as talent. But what we got used to was the historic all time coaching
Yeah.
that he brought to the program. And what you're seeing now, not to take away from the coach there right now, but he's not Nick Saban.
No.
That's just a
And
fact.
who is right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, and what we're seeing is the difference. You know, you have the ready-made roster. You don't have an all-time great coach, if
Yeah.
not the all-time greatest coach, and you're gonna see some volatility on a week-by-week basis. And it's sad to see. You know, I was telling my wife earlier, like, you know, when we tell our kids how Alabama used to be, it's going to be hard for them to wrap their head around that
Yeah.
because they're going to think, oh, it's just Alabama. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna look at the state, like who lives in Alabama.
Yeah.
You
Who
know,
wants to play there?
yeah, yeah. And I think it's behind the best days are behind us now. Not to say they won't still win
Yeah.
championships
They'll
or
still be
win games.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll still be competitive, but the dominance,
But like winning 4 championships for 6 years, those days are over with.
it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I highly doubt it.
Did you see this where like after you see a Lane Kiffin news conference, they just beat South Carolina, asking questions, had the TV on right, and Lane was like, "Hey, I don't mean to be rude, but like this is the last time we've been. I want to watch this first, right?" Like
I didn't see that,
yeah,
but I think
Alabama
we
game,
all were
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
approaching it that way.
yeah,
I didn't do anything on Saturday, but Saturday night at least,
yeah,
but watch football.
yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah,
That was crazy. I do want to say though, it shows the dominance of Alabama that if a team beats Alabama outside of Texas, we didn't do this, but when a team beats Alabama, they storm the field.
yeah,
Alabama wins, they just walk back to the bus.
yeah.
You know, but it speaks to how great Alabama
Yeah,
is.
Vanderbilt won. They tore down a goalpost, marched the goalpost 3 miles to downtown Nashville,
Yeah.
throw them the river, you know.
Yeah. And it was, you know, you want to see people have fun, but I was just like, oh man, I never want to see UT turn that kind of program.
Yeah,
Acting like that over a regular season game. I know we didn't do that in track.
yeah,
Like we were expected to win conference.